What's going on, YouTube? I'm sitting here with my little fur nephew. This is Joey. He is refusing to be alone right now. He's about 4.5 months now. I know it's been a long time and that I keep sort of disappearing for periods of time, and I really appreciate all of your patience as I, go through my life journey. And sometimes I can't prioritize doing these videos. It's definitely not that I don't want to. It's just that there are only so many hours in the day, and I've really been struggling with a whole lot of things. The first thing I'm going to say is that I'm going to brush over certain things because I'll do a totally separate video on that. So for example, I'm going to do a separate video on a chest update. I'm going to do a separate video talking about my health because that's a whole thing. So I'm just going to kind of brush over because otherwise this is going to be like a 20-minute video. My health, both mentally and physically, has been really not good. I ended up going into a much deeper depression than I expected during the holiday season. It was my first time being away from my family and my friends back in New York for the holiday season, and it was hard. It was just a really hard experience to be alone. It felt really isolating, and I was sick with various infections during pretty much 99% of the holiday time. So even when I had holiday plans on Thanksgiving, which was really the only holiday other than New Year's I had plans, I couldn't go. That was really hard and definitely set me back. So between that and my health, things just weren't great, and still aren't. I started to get basically worse nausea and appetite. I lost 30 pounds in 3 months, and it wasn't from working out because I wasn't training, because I was healing from my third scar revision, which I had at the end of October in New York with Dr. Hazen. And that went really well, and I've since now been, several months healed out of that. Through the course of all of this, I ended up really sick, and I've been going through different tests with one of the best endocrinologists, one of the best, one of the best one of the best GIs in the country at Cedars-Sinai. Basically, my spirits have been crap, and my energy has been crap, and my health has been crap. I was doing very well career-wise, actually, of course, when all of this happened to kind of just explode into a domino effect of disasters, and so I got let go from my main job, which was incredible, and I was up for a big promotion, and it would have changed everything for me, and so it was a huge loss to be let go because of my health in particular, something that I can't control, and they told me that they would support me, and then they didn't, so that sucked. In terms of my work with the Trevor Project, I've been laying low as well because I just haven't been able to work. Blunt Bros and my health have been my focus. I have no choice but to focus on those two things because I have to try to make money, and working with my entrepreneurial spirit is going to be the best way for me to have a flexible lifestyle that meets my health needs. It's just become clear that that's just really what I need to do, and I was trying to focus on doing multiple things to, while I was building up Blunt Bros, but that isn't really working at this time, or won't work for me. I don't really know, but it's been just a cycle of me, getting well enough to get a job, getting into a new career, starting to do well, then I get super sick, I lose everything, and I feel horrible and defeated, and I have to start the process all over again, and it's exhausting. Yeah, that's why I have been MIA, and that's what I've been focusing on. There's really not anything super exciting to talk about. Since you have last heard from me, probably Nico has part-time moved into the apartment. That's been fun and helpful, but the space is small, so we're going to be leaving this apartment. I have no idea where we're going. We need to move basically mid-March before I go to New York for a wedding and March birthdays, so that's going to be hectic. Everything just feels really hectic and overwhelming, honestly, right now. I think that part of why it's taken me so long to put this video together is because I didn't even know how to sit here, honestly, and in a composed way talk to you about what's going on, because every time I talk about what's going on, it becomes more and more real, and I become more and more overwhelmed. But I also can't be hiding and running from these issues. And I think what was happening was that before transitioning, I was an excellent communicator. I was really good at knowing, what my needs were in that minute. It was hard for me to ask for help, but I would eventually, be able to get there and push myself in certain ways and at least reach out for people that maybe were not able to help me immediately in the most way, but they were able to support me, and that's, help within itself. Everything was just kind of funneling into me becoming more and more and more isolated. I think in part because I have been feeling isolated through my illness, through my transition. In many ways, things at home have been really difficult in terms of my family life and my connections to my family, my brother, my mom. Things are just really not going well kind of in every facet of my life, but in a way that it hasn't been in a while. This is the closest I've gotten to really feeling like I got out of the woods. It's tough. I'm trying to be healthier. I'm definitely overall eating healthier, though I've had some moments here and there that weren't that great, where I've dipped into fast food or eaten 7 donuts in a day, which I had never done in my life, but they were vegan donuts. And, well, if you are from LA and you go to Donut Farm, you understand what I'm talking about here, okay? But I wasn't eating for months at a time, so then suddenly when I finally started having an appetite, I was constantly starving. The reality is that that's just kind of making me sicker because I've got all sorts of weird stuff going on. Yeah, that's the update. I made it under 10 minutes. I'm super excited and proud of myself for doing that. Again, I'm going to make separate videos. I do miss all of you. I know that we don't get to connect in the way that we usually do, but I am constantly trying to be better for myself so that I can be better for all of you. So thanks for sticking by me, and I'll see you next time. Peace.